Yeah, we jump into more of these 27s, and yes, we are gilt heavy. I will say it again in this particular litter. 27.7 is there on the bottle, and then 27.8 is there on the spirette. 27.7 will be lot 14, and 27.8 will be lot 15.
Yeah, in keeping with the theme of the rest of the litter, I mean, here again, not to be repetitive, but you can tell they're mates. I mean, and that's valuable from a feeding and a breeding standpoint. I mean, Dash 7 comes in here, and that one might be this just the loosest, longest hipped one of the whole dang shit and caboodle, in my opinion. Uh, I think very, very big arm as she comes right at you, very big front foot. I mean, proportions and lines are very, very good. I mean, her length of hip and length of rear step, I think, is very, very elite within any breed. Dash 8, probably a little further along from a bloom perspective in this particular pair up high. She has a little, just a little more just fluff and flesh up high. I think a gilt that probably looks a little bit. She's kind of a combination of the gilt she's in the pin with, and then the big gilt in the last pin. I think it was Dash 5. Got the broodiness of Dash 5, but got a little bit more of the sharper look of her mate that's in the pin with her here. So, if you will, maybe a combination gilt within this litter. But I mean, sound, square. She's probably like I said, as bloomy and shapely as any of them right now.
Yeah, I mean this 27.7 as she kind of hooks up there, and 27.8 we're real happy with. Obviously, Brett has alluded to it multiple times. They all look like mates, and again, that's very confidence just from a quality standpoint. And that Desk 7 hooks up, and again, same type of head shape, and that one is loose and bendy and ride and super flexible. She's not the one that's the broadest or the densest today in terms of just her body cavity, but she's still got a big fat rear leg. And if you study her toes there at the surface, I think that's what's important in this whole particular litter. Their toes and their feet and just everything go the right direction. He gets Dash 8 hooked up there, and I would agree. A little sharper in terms of her head than Dash 5, but still is round bodied and is shapely out of the backside of her shoulder and then out back. She darn sure doesn't disappoint. She's radical in her pin bone, but still within herself in terms of her hock and her rear foot. Still pushes in terms of her rear skeleton extremely well. Like this pair, and if you want a big ring show gilt, I think this pair's for you. You want to start with a little bit more muscle and go a little earlier and often. Jump in on Dash 8, and if you want one for the long haul that's going to be very, very good, you jump in on Dash 7 and never look back. So I think both of these gilts are quality. We do have another one to offer, but he is the lone male in the litter. But we got Dash 7 propped up there, and you can see the look and the feature and just the natural quality that this litter brings. We're real high on all of them. I think to be totally certain, you need to talk to one of us on what you want to do and where you want to go. We do encourage you to come here to the view and look at them on the green carpet. We love them. We'd love to show them to you. Lots of differences in these 27s. So don't be afraid to come and take a look.